Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Sky. In this video today, I am switching it up. I'm doing something completely different than I usually do on my channel. And this was requested by a long-time subscriber. You know who you are. And it was also suggested in a couple of my other videos, like Beastie Boys, and telling me I need to check this guy out. I've heard of him. I haven't heard any of his songs. I've just, seen, oh, he's a controversial rapper and all that. And so this is truly going to be a pure reaction to Tom Mcdonald, and it's going to be a Clown World. That title right there, it kind of has me thinking. But I know he has been like, people who say he's just 100% real, and he speaks the truth, and he speaks some common sense. So I had to check this out. A completely different reaction than I'm used to doing on my channel. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Let's get into this. Yeah, so this is going to be completely new and different. Let's go ahead and get into this.
You worry about leaving a better planet for our kids. How about leaving better kids for our planet? Entire generation offended at everything, getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. We don't need black or white or left or right. What we need is common sense. We need balance.
Wait. I was not prepared for what he just threw. What he just threw out there. Ooh, oh man. Okay. All right. Let me get it together. I kind of understand, kind of hear where he's going now. So let's rewind it and let me get myself situated here. And let's get into this. Oh man, I am excited.
You worry about leaving a better planet for our kids. How about leaving better kids for our planet? Entire generation offended at everything, getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. We don't need black or white or left or right. What we need is common sense. We need balance. We're all in the same boat. Why you trying to make holes? If they sink, we sink. This is madness. I'm offended that you're offended by me taking offense. Can't build a wall. Why does your house have a fence? I believe in two genders. I'm not mad at the rest. I'm just confused when a dude has a beard and some breasts. We won't always agree.
Okay. All right. This guy is speaking his mind, 100% speaking how he feels. And there's always going to be people out there who are not going to agree with this guy and what he's saying, I'm assuming, because everything that I've heard about him just from the headlines and in the news and whatnot has always been it's always controversial. It's saying that he's a racist and all this stuff. And everybody has the right to believe in things differently than other people. And so that's how I see it. This guy's putting himself out there. He's like, here it is. This is how I think. I don't hate you. I don't disagree with what you do. I just don't believe it being right for myself. So, hey, to each their own. People, we've got to remember, to each their own. To each their own. Oh, man.
I don't hate all police, nope. I don't think that the system's racist. I just think the system hates people. I think fighting violence with more violence is what they want. Viruses and riots, people dying, we won't stay home. Black lives matter, all lives matter. What's all this division for? It's modern segregation. This is setting up a civil war. Burn the circus down, cause the world is full of clowns. They're all stupid and they're proud. Painted smiles on their mouths. I don't hang with bozos, homie. I can't be around you. Anyone who knows me knows my feet don't fit in clown shoes. When I was a child, the only races that we hated were the ones that we ran and didn't win. Then we stopped playing with each other, started hating on each other, started noticing the color of our skin. Christians and atheists, immigrants, patriots. We love the country, but we are...
You know, I will agree with that. That line where he said when we were kids we used to play with each other and now we like hate each other. I don't know how he said it, but this stands true. One of the reasons why I got off of social media, other than having Instagram, because I have a YouTube channel now, was because of all of these, primarily I guess you could say like Facebook or whatever, Twitter, all of these kids that I went to school with that are now grown adults, and we all got along, all of it, all different skin colors, we all got along. We were so close-knit. Everybody had a good time. We lived our lives. And, you know, I look now, and some of these kids that were so close to each other in high school, in middle school, friends, like best friends, and whether they're white or black or Mexican, I see them. Now there's division. It's like, okay, so back when we were in school and we weren't being told a certain thing, I would assume, or, people are learning things differently now, but there's just so much, it's pulling apart like friendships that I remember that were just so cool. They were just great friendships. And now it seems like, there's just so much division. And I think the majority of us out there don't agree with the division that is happening in this country. I don't hate anybody, and it's just, what he's saying in this song is 100% how he feels. And I gotta tell you, I give you mad respect for somebody in this day and age having balls and saying, this is how I feel, regardless of what fence you're on, if you're in the middle, if you're on the left or the right, you just don't care, wrong or right. Having your own opinion and it differing from somebody else. I grew up in a time saying, we agree to disagree. And you're not everybody on this planet, in this country, and other countries in this world nobody's ever going to agree with each other. It's just not going to happen. But this guy is 100% just telling how he feels. Yo, wow. That's a rare in this time.
Not saving it, wages don't raise to the rate of inflation, and half of the country hates all of the nation. It's funny that we think the world owes us something. All the phones got smart, but the people so dumb. We care more about the likes on a selfie than our moms, and the only time we ever speak the truth when we're drunk. We won't always agree. No, I don't hate all police. No, your thoughts and opinions ain't facts, and they are not defining my reality. No, I think picking sides divides, it's probably what has got us here. United States is great regardless, that's what we forgot in here. Black lives matter, all lives matter. What's all this division for? It's modern segregation, this is shutting up a civil war. Burn the circus down, cause the world is full of clowns. They're all stupid and they're proud, painted smiles on their mouths. I don't hang with bozos,
this guy
I can't be around
is a character.
Anyone who knows me knows my feet don't fit in clown shoes. They tell you be yourself and then they judge you on the internet till everybody hates you for it. If Jesus was alive, I swear to God that y'all would cancel him, cause lately being negative's the real new normal. Yeah, if you're thick, you're fat, you're rich, you're bad, you're poor, you're black, you're white, you're whack, they lie, it's facts. My generation needs a bunch of free condoms, cause common sense ain't that common. This is what they wanted, this is how they planned it. This is to control everyone on the planet. Then we put each other in caskets, protest and panic, and they take advantage to manage the damage. We won't always agree. No, freedom doesn't come free. No, there was people fighting, dying overseas so that you can have freedom and be home. I think the elites are real, but they ain't drinking babies' blood. They're creating chaos so they have something to save you.
Okay, with that part of him saying, they're trying to save you from something, a dependence on them, and whoever you want to say them are, I don't know, nobody will ever know probably, but, if you just look at, I don't know, it's hard to say what's wrong or right. There's so many things that are out there, and information is very critical in today's time. And information can definitely be manipulated in today's time digitally with our technology. It's just, there's so much information that is out there due to technology that it's hard to determine what's true and what's not. So I always just say, you got to question everything, and not look at it as like, oh, I'm on this side or that side. Just be as a human and just question it. There's nothing wrong with questioning things in life. I honestly think that what he's saying about the cell phones and all that, I mean, I didn't grow up with cell phones. Cell phones became somewhat big when I was in high school, but they were the little teeny tiny Nokia. You could play with the snake. You guys know what I'm talking about. But if you had my honest opinion, I wish I didn't have to have a cell phone. I wish I could go back to landline. And the benefits of technology also come with its downfalls. It is a double-edged sword. This guy is 100% speaking his mind. And that ain't bad sometimes.
From Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. What's all this division for? It's modern segregation. This is setting up a civil war. Burn the circus down, cause the world is full of clowns. They're all stupid and they're proud, painted smiles on their mouths. I don't hang with bozos, homie, I can't be around
don't fit in class.
Anyone who knows me knows my feet don't fit in clown shoes.
Mcdonald. I didn't know that I paused. I thought I had a lot more song left, but oh wow, I can see why people are saying what they're saying about him. I don't want to get into too much. I just want there to be peace on earth, and I want everybody to get along. And I don't hate anybody. I don't want nobody to hate on me. Hate is a very evil thing, and just looking at, if anybody's in like my age group or older, I'm in my 30s, you guys kind of understand like growing up. And just in particular when 9/11 happened, I still remember vividly where I was at. I was a freshman in high school. It happened in the morning, and it was mass chaos. Nobody knew what was going on, but when something like that happened to our country, it seemed to me, for me personally, I don't know how everybody else's experience was when that happened. And I'm just randomly thinking of this and how I grew up, and how you felt towards your country, and you said the Pledge of Allegiance and all that good stuff in school when I was growing up. When that happened, and make of that whatever you want, because there's rabbit holes and conspiracies all around that too, but primarily that happening. And God, it's just so sad. And it's just so sad what happened and how many of those people lost their lives that day. And the pride, the heartbreak that I had as a 15-year-old girl growing up in Texas, in school in Texas, learning about it because one of my friends had his CD player that you can listen to the radio. And he goes, man, something happened in New York. There was a plane that hit a building, and then, a couple minutes after that, another one hit. And he goes, they're saying it's a terrorist attack. And then seeing that come down, knowing that there was people still in that building, and that was a fellow American who got up just like I did that day, went to work, or they said goodbye to their dad or their mom or their uncle. It's something like that happening to them. It's just tragic. And why I'm tying this together is every year when 9/11 comes around, which is coming up soon, I always think about that. And I always watch the old videotapes and footage of what, I think they played a lot on the History Channel, I'm not sure, but you guys, I'm just a crying mess. It just, knowing that your fellow American went through something like that, and just how terrible that was, and to be old enough at the age of 15 to kind of realize something like that happening and wrapping your head around it. We grew up, at least, those who are in my age group, every year when 9/11 comes around, my heart goes out that day, and where I was at and how it happened, and having a sense of pride and unity at that time in this country where everybody was like, you know what, we can't let that happen to our fellow Americans. And we can't let things like that happen to anybody in this world. And sometimes we just have no control over it. But, this guy's kind of just speaking a little bit of common sense, if you ask me. And to me, it's just so sad to see so much hate and division in this world, or perceived to be in this world, what they try to push out in mainstream media, and whatever you think of all that, and whatever I think, who cares? It's just my opinion. But I can see how he's considered controversial with what he's saying, because that's definitely going against the grain in today's world. But hats off to this guy for wearing his heart on his sleeve and saying, you know what, this is how I feel about things. Everybody has a right to express themselves. So, hey, thumbs up to Tom Mcdonald for that one. A lot of what he was saying in there about the technology and how, those in charge want you dependent on them as being their they're your saving grace kind of thing. You know, I kind of understand that because, again, like I said, I question every single thing, and whether it's right or wrong or black or white or whatever it is, I just question it, you know. But you guys, that was a really cool request. Again, something completely different on my channel. So if you guys enjoyed that, you guys like this guy, leave me some more suggestions down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on this song, how you feel about it. And I don't want it to become like a hate divided comment section, but let's all try to be respectful of each other and see where each other's coming from, and let's talk about it. You know, it's the best way to understand each other is just to talk. So you guys, thanks for that suggestion, that request. I mean, the beats were good, his flow is good. He did the damn thing. And then it just ended like that. I mean, I respect the man for that. Respect him a lot for that. But anyways, before I go, I want to say thank you again. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Continue so much love from me to you. You guys are the best, and I appreciate you oh so much. Until next time, my name is Sky. Bye, guys.